Hi, and welcome to this video where we will be building our very first project, which is blinking an LED. Now, we will not be needing an LED for this because the Node MCU does have a built-in LED, which is right about there. And we'll only be needing this, and a breadboard is optional. But for future projects, we're going to have to keep the Node MCU attached to the breadboard, so you might as well want to do it right now. Now notice, if we put it in the breadboard, like this, there's exactly one row on each side that is available. And it's kind of hard to put in depending on how the pins are aligned. There we go. So that's my Node MCU. You might want to, it takes a little bit of force to put it in sometimes, but I got it in anyway. Okay, so we also need a USB cable, which will be plugged into the Node MCU. And let's put it right here. Here's my USB cable. I'm just going to plug it right in. And since it's already plugged in my computer, you should see that LED flash. I'll try it again. So make sure that you're looking at this LED. It should flash really short. Like that. Just so you know it's on. Just going to keep it plugged in. And so now we're ready for programming. Okay, so now we're going to do the programming. You want to open up Arduino. And you want to go to a new sketch, and it should open one for you. So I'm going to maximize the window, and we are going to select the board of, let's scroll down to ESP8266, right here. We're going to select Node MCU 1.0. And now, if you don't know programming, that's fine, but we are going to just go over the very basics. And now, if you know how to program this, then you can just skip this. So, if you want to define types like integers, you say like int. And you always put it before the name of the variable. So we could say int integer is equal to 0. And you always want to put a semicolon just to let the compiler know that the line has terminated. So that's that. And we can also put in types like char, which is a character. Hi is equal to, let's ignore that for now, is equal to hi, I. Sorry. And I put in the wrong character. Now we can, let's define an integer again. We'll call it pin, and we're going to set it equal to 16, which is the default pin on the Node MCU. And since we don't want this variable to be changed, we can make it a constant by typing const before the integer. Now in the setup, we have to set the pin as an output because all pins can be inputs or they can be outputs. We have to tell the compiler that pin 16 is going to be an output because we want to flash the LED. We do this by typing in pin mode, and it should turn orange like that. Then you want to put in, you can put in 16 as well, but I'm going to put in pin for our purposes and put in output in all caps. It should turn a light blue. Now, that's it for the setup. Now in the loop, this is going to run repeatedly. So that's just the main body of the program. In the setup, it's going to only run once because it's only setup that you have to do once. Now in the loop, we want to write a value to that pin. Now there are two values you can write digitally. You can write high, which is maximum voltage, or low, which is minimum voltage. We're going to write high first. So we're going to write digital, write pin high. Then we're going to wait a certain amount of time, and these should all turn orange. Now, if you put in 1, it's wrong because delay is in milliseconds and you don't want to delay 1 millisecond. We're going to delay 1000 milliseconds, which is 1 second. Then we'll write again to the pin, and this time we're going to write low and then wait 1000 milliseconds. Now we're going to save our project. I'm going to save mine to here, and I'm going to call it blink LED. And there we go. This is our program. And you might be asking, well, aren't we supposed to write hi below this? Well, actually, no, because this is going to loop back to the beginning after this. So it's just going to keep on going, and it's just going to keep on blinking. Now, to download your program to your NodeMCU, we want to go to Tools and Port, and usually it should be SLAB USB to UART. Now, if you don't see that, that means you have to install the driver, which you can get online. Now, let's go and search up CP2102 driver. It should be the first link. And you want to download for Mac right here. Then you just want to click on download, and it should download for you. And there's a zip. You want to download that. Now you open that up, and then you want to follow the install instructions. I'll wait for you to do that. Now once you are done installing that software, now you can go to Arduino, and we will be downloading this program to SLAB USB to UART. Now we can just click on upload. And the compiler down here will show all the errors. And for ESP8266, the downloading takes a little bit of time. So it's starting to download, and once it finishes downloading, you should see the LED flash. I'll see you there. As you can see, the LED is flashing like this. That means it's blinking, and you can see it waits 1 second before turning on and waits 1 second before turning off, depending on the state. Great, you just wrote your first program that actually works pretty well. Now, in the next few videos, we will be building some cooler projects than this, but they will require some wiring and some coding as well. That's more than this. We'll go over things like building a web server. We can use the ultrasonic sensor and many more. But that's all I've got for this video, so I'll see you next time. Bye.